Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. I'm John Pisto and my very dear friend, Miss Julia Child. I'm so proud and happy to have you here with us. We've been eating here for 2 weeks now. This is our 14th day. No, not really.
Well, it's wonderful food, John. It's great fun to be here.
I know, and what I've done in her honor, I've prepared a fantasy luncheon for her. And what I've done is just gone around and found the best and the freshest things that are available to us. And I had my friend John Aliotti brought these for us, and we've been having a very stormy last 3 or 4 days. And I said, John, you better go out. If you don't, you're gonna have some trouble. Anyway, he really went out, and he brought me back some of the largest Monterey prawns I have ever seen in my life. These look like lobster.
I've never seen them that size.
Either have I. And I think first time you ate them was in one of my places, and we got big ones, but I've never seen them like this. He went, when I see him.
They do look like a small lobster,
isn't it just incredible? Look, just loaded with roe.
And that's so delicious.
And this is just like caviar. And another beautiful product is these beautiful. These are still alive. Okay, these are abalone, and it's grown in Monterey Bay. It's called Monterey Abalone Company, and these are alive, and they gave them to us. He guarantees these to be tender. Now, you remember, you lived in...
I've had the great big ones,
yes.
And you really have to pound the life out of them.
And pound and pound. He says, these, you don't have to pound them so much. So what I did was I gave him one whack just to make sure. Because he says, you don't have to hit them. I got to whack them one time. So these are still alive. And I want to show people, but first we should tell people how these are caught. Folks, these are these are not a cheap item to have in a restaurant menu. But I went fishing with these boys one day, and they get up at the crack of about 3 o'clock in the morning. They go down, they get their bait from the wholesalers, all the carcasses which they use as bait, and these prawns are caught 700-800 feet. I mean, that's very, very deep. And these are laid in traps of 10 along the Deepwater Canyon that we have here in Monterey. And, they have these in excess of 100 traps. And for them to get 70, 80, 90 pounds is a good day for them. And they work very hard.
Do the traps have bait in them?
Yes, they use the carcasses, all the rock cod fillets. Yeah. They use the head and they use the gut. And what they do is they use that as the bait.
What do the traps look like?
Originally, our friend Joe, who started doing this, he used to get bamboo and cut it into very thin strips and make these big bell-shaped traps that had a mechanism that when the shrimp went in, it was a tunnel, and then they couldn't get back out again. And these were completely handmade. Now, at that depth, what would happen, it would give under the pressure. So with the bamboo, it would give like this. Now they use steel wrapped with the inner tube because of the pressure. And some of these traps, when they bring them up, they're all mangled. I mean, just mangled. And when these come up, their eyes are red, and once they die, they turn black. And I tell you, these are very, very, very fresh. I mean, these should taste just incredible. Julia, you know how to clean abalone. But
no, I don't.
Really?
From the beginning.
What we're going to do, now this guy's still alive. Now, what you got to do is abalone, they're 80 pounds per square inch. So you've heard I've heard of guys going down for the big ones and getting their bar stuck in there and end up drowning because they couldn't get out of there. Now, you got to be real good, and you got to have a sharp knife. So what I do is I go right in with my knife, and I scrape it to make sure, because I don't want to lose any of that good meat, you see. And it comes out, and the mouth is over here, and we just cut it like this.
But does all that black stuff stay in?
Yes.
There?
Oh,
You
yeah.
eat all of
Oh,
that?
yes.
It's rather like the lobster tamale.
Yes.
Probably.
You know, and it's the same color, and it tastes like almost a seafood sausage, I would think.
Oh,
Definitely an acquired taste.
But certainly something like a lobster or crab.
If you like the butter and the tamale, this
Then
would,
you'd
I
like
mean,
this.
I would, you know, I would try it.
And maybe it turns red when cooked.
Well, no, this one it stays green because you know they eat off all the algae and
Yeah.
the seaweed and I mean they're all eating all good
full
things.
of nutrition.
I mean, you know, it's all good things. I mean, it
Yeah.
can't hurt you. You know, it's just different cultures. But this is what you end up with, and you know, usually in the bigger abalones, we used to have to clean them and then slice them. I think we have one here. This is what people see when they see abalone nowadays.
And this has been pounded.
This has been pounded. Boy, this is a beauty too.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this guy. Okay, you know, abalone now has gone up to, geez, I think it's $60 a pound. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But yet people want it, so we keep buying it and keep
Open
serving it.
another one and see how it's going.
Okay, so we'll do this again. Now, you see this the side of the shell. Now, you boys, give me a nice clean shell. We'll show what the shell looks like because it's beautiful. And you got to be very
And is
careful.
there
You don't,
a muscle down in
Yeah.
there that's holding it
what
into
I'm
the shell?
trying to get is that
there's
that
the
muscle.
muscle. Yeah.
You see
Oh,
how
there it is.
I've left it nice and clean.
Oh.
Then just cut.
And it's just the muscle we're after.
That's all we want. We want to take that.
It looks terrible.
Well, it's
I mean, everything is
well,
terrible.
it's you know,
But
well,
remember, it's edible.
but everything is edible, you know. And then you know, then I get my big cleaver and I give it a whack.
Well, let's see you do that.
Okay, let's do that. I hope I don't break my tile. This is what it looks like when it's
that's
clean. Isn't it
beautiful,
gorgeous?
isn't it? Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
what I
that
do is I get my
lovely,
cleaver
isn't
and a rag, and everybody hang on to your glasses because
Okay.
I did this outside, and you got to make sure you wrap this because if you don't, it could go flying off.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so and that usually does it. Now, as you can see, it's really relaxed now.
As anyone would be.
Wow, I tell you this. I was real skeptical when I tried this the first time too. You won't believe how tender it is. We're gonna get going with this now, and Kurt Grazing, my chef from Paradiso, is gonna help us, and we're gonna do the ultimate of seafood dishes, which is fresh live abalone and fresh Monterey Bay prawns. We're gonna accompany it with some beautiful white wine from Chalone, one of our best vineyards in the country. Should I say the world? Probably, yeah. Well, universe. And we're gonna get this going, and when we taste this, you're gonna see people dig into food like, I don't know how to describe it, but like you're supposed to
Like
eat.
you've never seen before.
Exactly, like you enjoy it, and I mean the way you should eat. So I like, this is the old fisherman style. The first time you ate these were in the whaling station, I think back in the 70s or maybe even late 60s. And this is the way we did it. And it was half butter. And you can't be shy with the butter, folks. These people that say, you know, you can't eat this and you can't eat that, and I don't know. I don't agree with that too much. I don't think you do either.
No.
No, that's a bunch of bull. I mean, everything in moderation,
Of course.
but you know, but you got to have this because this becomes part of the sauce. And okay, we got to get it really nice and hot, and I hope I don't splatter all over you. But we're gonna load this up. This, you know, we start adding pasta to this after, and just the pasta, yeah.
Oh, really?
But we're not gonna do that today because we're tasting so many other dishes that we don't want to fill up. Because this way we could eat more. Okay, Kurt, you're gonna do the abs. Abs are the name for local. Well, that's what local people call abalone, or abs. Boy, it's $65 a pound and $70 a pound. Isn't that incredible? It's incredible.
Well, that's what money's for.
Oh, I like that. Thank you. I have 4 restaurants, folks. Okay, we want this to brown. Okay, we get this really hot, and this is gonna get hot. Yep, here we go. Okay, this is gonna pop. Okay, give me a lid over here. I don't want to hurt anybody, because this is gonna pop. There's a lid right below you, Evan. Well, it pops because the eggs are popping, and give me the biggest lid you got. That's it. Okay, that'll work.
Great.
Here we go. Now let it pop. This gets, now the secret, the way I like to always cook this is real high heat. We cook this garlic, lemon juice, and we got parsley, and I mean, and the secret, you can't overcook these. These guys are so delicate that if once you overcook them, you've had them mushy. Sometimes you ever eat them when they're mushy. Oh, it's terrible.
And that's because of overcooking.
Yeah, that's because they're overcooked. And these are also deep water. Okay, we're gonna be right back. You know how lobster, when you make those nice sauces, you brown the lobster, the shell, how it gets that nice flavor. That's what I got to do with these guys. Boy, you get hazardous pay for this, folks. Well, but this is only happening because of these have so many eggs in them. They're just loaded. I've never, either have I. To be real honest. Okay, this is sea salt. And I put a little hot pepper. And I put a little black pepper. And here. And I need my lemon. And we can put the garlic in now. And we got the parsley. This is getting real close now. Then we load her up. And we want that garlic to remain a real crunchy, not quite cooked. Okay. Whoa. That was my arm that just went up.
There's the parsley.
There's the parsley. And then we use some cooking wine.
What would that be?
Well, I'm using just an inexpensive cooking wine. It's a Madeira. You can use a sherry. And again, this is the style that's been done like this for years. And again, I'm just going to cover it.
Smelling good.
And I mean, real simple.
Now, how do you tell when it's done?
Well, okay, I'm going to show you. What we're going to do is we're going to separate the head from the body. We're going to take a little peek inside. Now, these are big guys, so these are going to take a little longer. Okay, abalone ready to go? Go ahead, fire them off. Hot heat. Get that sucker hot. Those are all cooked already?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, salt, pepper, and a little sherry on those. Well, this is going to be a feast of a dish. Prawns and abalone. Okay, now, look at the color on these now. Okay, now this is how you check them. You pull it across, you see?
Yep.
Yep.
That is
opaque.
cooked.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to show you a secret these guys taught me too. Let me see if these guys are done. Now let's give this one more minute. Because that meat, this is going to taste more like lobster than shrimp because of the size. Oh. And we got abalone, and we're doing this very plain so that we can really taste the flavors of the food. Salt, pepper. You can do a little shallot. We're going to do a little tarragon with that one. Something a little different. And these cooked, you know, these are okay to have them if you eat a medium rare or a medium. It's going to be okay. We got plates ready? Make sure we got bread now. We got, Sal, you can give me some of the bread over here. Okay, this guy's ready to go. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah. We got wine now. We have to have wine, otherwise it's sacrilegious. Okay, more pepper.
Although that's so really very simple in the ingredients.
You know, traveling around, the best dinners and lunches I've had were the simple ones where they didn't do a lot to it.
Where everything was wonderfully fresh. And,
that seemed to be the key to me. Oh, this is good. Okay, have some more breads and let's give me some of the different varieties. We'll try all these different breads too. Those look very close.
I don't think anybody can just an abalone cook like that.
No, hold. This is a whole abalone.
Always pound it out and totally chemicals.
What do you think, Kurt? Look pretty hard. Oh boy. Well, I tell you, we're staking our reputation on this one, folks. This could be a big mess. This could be a blow up. This doesn't work. Monterey Abalone Farm. No, this works. I tried it already earlier. It was absolutely delicious. Okay, when we come back, we're going to try this. All right, we're ready to put this together.
Ready.
Okay, now I'm going to pick the best ones out for you. That one, well, no, this one looks a little better. Let's get you the best one. Oh, that looks good. A little garlic. Now give me the most tenderest one here. What do you think? This one right here? Okay, we're going to put some sauce on it. I think Julia can do two. Wow, look at that. Okay.
Oh, that looks wonderful.
Okay. Fresh tarragon, fresh garlic. I'm a garlic freak. I just use tons. And you know, with the garlic festival here and everything so close to us here. Okay, and then I'm going to show everybody how to eat. Okay, you can dish everyone else's up, and I'm going to put one here to
Show us how to eat it.
Okay, we need a knife. Now they say you're supposed to cut it with a fork, but let's not be that optimistic. But here's your fork. This is for you. Now, when you break these apart, very hot. Okay, you pull the leg out like this. Okay, that's the first shot. Now this is some of the butter that came out. I'll just go ahead and eat that. Now, this makes a nice holder.
Just like eating, you know.
And then some people like to eat this. Yeah. Now that little sand thing's in here. And it's right.
It's just like a lobster.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And you know, you gotta maybe omit that. So I just like to go along the sides and hit that like this.
Cream in there.
Yeah. I hit the green, but I leave this attached.
Yeah, okay, that's where see that easily enough.
Now then you start peeling. Whee.
And there are those eggs.
Now the eggs, you just go. Very good.
That's lovely.
And I just pinch that out. And then, wow. Okay, then the egg, you grab the little egg. Now, this is really a labor of love to eat this kind of food.
Well, you have to eat it with your hands.
No other way. It's like crab. You know, you got to get into it. See, and then you're left with the best part, which is the morsel of. And listen to this. This will crunch.
And that it's not mushy.
No, watch. This will crunch. Listen to that. You hear that? That was a crunch.
That was a proper crunch.
And that one's gonna be real crunchy. So. I want everyone to try that.
They're still hot.
They're real hot. Maybe we should try the abalone first.
Okay.
And let's see how tender that came out. It's all.
Well, it really is tender.
Oh, don't look too bad.
I wouldn't have thought it.
Wow. What do you think?
That's lovely meat. It has a lovely sweet taste.
Isn't that incredible?
It's kind of like a squash between a cross between a scallop and a crab. In a way.
Yes. Okay. But I mean, but I'm amazed that it's tender. That I mean, I am absolutely amazed.
It has a
And we
faintly sweet taste to it.
it has that certain abalone has. I don't know how to describe it.
And that's awfully quick to cook.
Yeah, real. Kurt, what was that? 2 minutes? I mean, if that, you know. Okay, folks, we're gonna go and eat now, and till we see you next time. Okay, and we want to thank Julia again. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this lovely creature.
Oh, you are my hero, and you're just the greatest.
That's wonderful.
Thank you so much, and thank David, and I thank everyone else for showing up here. And I'm sure we didn't have to twist everyone else's arm to come because we taste a little food, a little wine. We always have a good time here. Just thank you again. Bye.